If you've looked up some Fujifilm GFX videos on YouTube, then you would most likely have seen the ones saying how amazing it is for adapting lenses and how vintage glass on this camera looks amazing. And I thought I'd give it a go since I now own a GFX and I've got a bunch of vintage lenses. I own a Yashica FX3 and I have about 7 lenses for it. To be fair, probably not about 7 now since I did try and clean some of them, like taking them apart and all that, and 2 of them broke. So I think I'm down to only a few now. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd, get an adapter and see how they work. So I've got this 50mm 1.9. I have taken images with it already, and I have to say, it is amazing. But I thought I'd just make this video about it. Just show what it's actually like to use. I just noticed I forgot to actually mention what this lens was. It's a Yashica DSB 50mm 1.9. Yeah, that's literally all it says on it, so I'm not sure if there's any more specific versions of it, but that's just what it says on the lens. Down this lane is a burnt down car that I took a photo of a long time ago. I want to see if it's still here to take a photo of, because I feel like it will look really good with this lens and this camera. I also just took a really cool photo of some dude. I just had a chat with him, and yeah, very nice guy. It's still there. I was actually here when this got caught on fire. I was at Tesco's and I ran around. This lane was blocked, but I knew we could get up on that wall and have a look at the fire, and I took some photos of the firemen. It was pretty cool. This car is so cool to photograph. There's just so many parts of it that are just crazy. It's nice actually doing it on digital as well, because I can, just take as many shots as I want. And since I've been shooting film for the most part for the past 3 years, it's nice to be able to do that. I'm definitely going to have to come back here with the Mitakon. This actually seems like it could be really crazily good with the Mitakon, especially from this angle here and the separation that lens creates. I reckon that'd be really nice. Definitely a location to come back to. I think I've got some quite nice photos, but I reckon it can be even nicer with the Mitakon. That's quite a nice scene. I'm going to take a photo of that. You already know I'm going to go take a photo of that car. Not as good as I thought, to be honest. I think maybe here would be quite a cool one with the sign in as well. But I'm going to have to stand quite far back, maybe go on this wall. I'll lie, I'm not happy with that at all. I think that's just wasted some precious light because it is going away. Down this road there is a post box, and I've been really into taking photos of post boxes lately for some reason. But yeah, because it's like a post office and a post box, I think that could be quite a cool photo. There she is. Really annoyed now because it's not one of the cool ones, it's one of the really boring ones. Hello. I really just want to go and take a photo of that cat, but actually, you know what? It's coming closer. I could stand there. Yeah, let's go do it. He's a pretty chilled out cat. Does not care one bit. That cat is still there. At least I think it's the same cat. Huh. I'm gonna get a photo of you again if you don't mind. Oh, I'm home. I think I got quite a few good photos. I'm really annoyed that I didn't have a film camera on me though, since I saw so many cats, and it would be perfect for my cats and film zine, which by the way is it's been printed, but it's just like a test copy for my university project. But so far I've got some decent photos in it. I just need a lot more. I need the book to be like at least 50 pages. So yeah. Anyway, from what I can tell about the lens, it's very sharp and it's really good. Like, I only took a few photos with it before. Like I said, I took some photos of it. I took like 5, but I've just taken probably about 100 then. Probably less than that actually, maybe like 70. And I really like the lens and I really like the way it looks, but there is noticeable vignetting. But I think it makes up for it for being so sharp. And yeah, even at like 1.9, it is extremely sharp. And that's like the equivalent of like, probably like 1.6, 1.5 on medium format. So it's surprisingly sharp. I'm gonna go cool down now. I am absolutely boiling. I'm gonna get a drink. So I've now gone through the photos and edited them, and what I can get from doing that is this lens is extremely sharp. For how old it is and how cheap you can find it now, it's definitely a really good alternative to buying the like native Fujifilm glass. This is definitely a cheaper way to shoot medium format if you are wanting to, and I would even say that this lens is sharper in the middle than my Mitakon is. And while yes, the Mitakon isn't like made by Fuji, so it's not going to be as high quality, it's still a high quality lens, but it's not as sharp in the middle as this lens from, you know, the 1980s. Where this lens does fall apart a bit though is the vignetting. There is a very noticeable amount of vignetting, but that's obviously because it is made for a full frame camera and not a medium format one, so that's just bound to happen. It also seems like the colours that come out of this camera are a lot richer than what I get out of my Mitakon, which is quite strange. I don't really understand that, but they just seem a lot more vibrant than with other lenses. Since this is a full frame 50mm on a medium format sensor, it's actually the equivalent of a 38mm lens, which is quite a unique focal length, since it's not really like anything else that you see. It's quite nice actually, since it's quite wide, but you can also still go in and get really nice portraits. And the 1.9 aperture ends up being a 1.4 aperture, which is very nice, and it creates really nice bokeh, especially like swirly bokeh. This lens has a lot of that. You can find this lens really cheap on eBay. I think I've seen a few of them for like 20 to 30 quid, but the adapter is where the money is, and I bought mine for 50 quid. So realistically, you're spending like 70 to 80 quid on a lens, rather than, you know, a few hundred to a few thousand on GFX lenses. Like the Mitakon is a cheaper GFX lens, and it's still like 500 quid. So is this a cheaper way to shoot digital medium format? Yes, definitely. I recommend doing it 100%. You will get really nice results, and you can see some photos here that I got, and I really like them. I'm most likely going to invest in more adapters and more vintage lenses and just give them a go to see how they work. I really want to get a Helios lens, since on the medium format sensor that bokeh will be even more crazy. And I just want to use a Helios lens. They're so cool. Anyway, here's some of my favourite photos here from the day. I really like this one of the dude. I think it's probably my favourite. I had a nice chat with him about art and about cameras and stuff, and yeah, it was just a really cool subject to take a photo of. And then there's also these ones of these cars here. I really like this one in particular, and I quite like this one of this cat. I think it's quite cute. And there's this ball in a tree, which I think was really good. Just nice photos, not much to them, but they're quite good, and the vintage lens really held up here. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my next video, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye.